My child, do not skip this moment. I am speaking to you now with an urgency that comes from love, not fear. I know what will happen if you listen all the way through, so the enemy wants you to leave before I finish. He knows that the truth can break chains, that light can reveal hidden traps, and that just being with me for a moment can clear up years of confusion. Please give me 1 minute, please. Your soul is at a crossroads right now. You might think this is just another message or voice in the crowd, but pay close attention. This moment was planned long before you got here. I saw how stressed you are, how tired you look, and how you keep ignoring your thoughts because they are too heavy to handle. I know it would be easy to scroll away, put things off, or say later, but late has already cost you peace. Follow me now. Some paths open up and others close down, and the choice isn't loud or dramatic. It was made at this time and is soft and quiet. I'm not here to scare you or accuse you. There I am, because I love you too much to let you go on your way. You prayed for clarity, even though you didn't say it out loud. Many times you've asked for help, relief, and for things to make sense. That's why you shouldn't leave. You can avoid years of regret with just 1 minute with me. What has been drifting can be put back in place in 1 minute. I don't want you to be perfect. I just want your attention. Hold on, my child. What I'm about to say will protect your heart and show you the way. Wait until I reach out to grab you before you run. Pay close attention, dear. This is not a threat. It's just a voice that knows you're weak, but still calls you chosen. You might not know about the trap that was closing in on you if you leave now. It's not the traps that look like they will do harm that are the most dangerous. It's the ones that feel safe, familiar, and normal. I can see the patterns that are forming around you, the quiet deals, the little things that seem harmless, but are slowly pulling you away from what makes life worth living. Do not leave me now. What I am about to tell you will save you. Not just from pain, but also from changing into someone you were not meant to be. I know you're worn out. I know that a part of you wants to take a break from thinking, making decisions, and fighting. But keep this in mind, rest doesn't come from avoiding things. It comes from telling the truth. I'm not here to stress you out. The thing that has been hidden will no longer be able to hurt you in silence, because I am here to find it. If the enemy can just wait for you to look away, he doesn't have to push you hard. That's why this moment is important. I'm trying to make things clear for you before they get even more confusing. I'm shining a light on the way before it gets darker. You don't have to fight by yourself or figure out everything right away. I only want you to stay. Not only your ears, but also your heart should be listening. Let my words get to the places you try to avoid. What I tell you won't hurt you. It will set you free. Please stay with me until the end, because leaving now would mean rejecting the help you have been seeking. Listen to me carefully and with hope, my child. About 99 people will not listen to this voice and will fall without knowing why. Not because they are bad or stupid, but because they believe the lie that they don't have to act right now. That warnings can wait, and that things will become clear later. They think they have time. You are still here, though, and that's not a mistake. You knew this was important, but you couldn't put your finger on it. Don't walk away now. It's important that you hear this all the way through, not because I'm threatening you, but because direction determines destination. At times, you told yourself you were fine, even though your spirit was restless. I can see how close you have come to some edges. I see the silent fights, the questions you never asked, and the times your heart told you something, but you didn't listen. I'm going to break up that pattern now by speaking. You're not weak for wanting help. It was smart of you to stay. Most people will pick noise over truth, comfort over correction, and surface level over depth. Dear child, I can still hear you. I can tell that your heart is not asleep because of that. Don't let your impatience take away what being aware is trying to teach you. Read all the way through, because each word builds on the one before it. It would be like stopping in the middle of a bridge if you left early. You must keep walking with me as I lead you to a safe place. It's not about fear, it's about living. Stay here, because what you're about to learn will help you understand things you felt, but not fully. The darkness is scared that you will listen to what I have to say. That's not poetry at all. It's true. Darkness lives in silence, chaos, half-truths, and questions that aren't answered. It starts to lose its hold as soon as you really listen. Okay, wait a minute. What you're about to hear will show you what has been kept from you. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give, and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose, join the conversation, and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today, join our community, and see what God brings back into your life. I understand that you might be wary, skeptical, or guarded because of past disappointments. I get it, but listen to me. Being exposed is not meant to make you feel bad about yourself. It's meant to keep you safe. There are influences in your life that don't clearly say they are bad. You can hear voices that make sense, have feelings that make sense, and see safe paths. Because I don't want to scare you, I'm about to pull back the curtain. Something is making you feel tense lately. You knew something wasn't right, but couldn't put your finger on it. Being aware of that is not anxiety. It's the awakening of discernment. Now stay with me, because you won't be easily fooled again once you see clearly. The enemy fears truth more than strength and clarity more than hard work. You don't have to fight more. You need to see better. That's what I'm giving you now. Years of subtle confusion can be cleared up in just 1 minute in my light. Do not think this moment is not important. Do not think this is just a coincidence. I am calling you from where you are, because I want to take you where you need to go. Tell my child to pay full attention. The way you move forward will change after what is about to be told. Talk about Jesus. If he really is your everything, I love you more than life itself. Listen up, my dear child. This is not like any other time. I'm talking to you on purpose, and nothing about this is a mistake. You didn't just happen to be here. You didn't just stop for a moment out of habit or interest. I brought you here slowly but purposely, because this moment has a lot of meaning that your eyes can't see. Now is one of those times when heaven seems to be getting closer and the unseen world is busier than usual. I want you to understand that what seems like a mere break in your day is actually a spiritual meeting point. Plans are being made and decisions are being made. What happens next will depend on whether people are quiet or paying attention. That's why I'm talking to you soon and with love. I'm not scared, but I'm aware. I'm not scared, but I'm firm. I want you to stay here with me right now. Right now, there are forces around you that you can't see. This doesn't put you in danger, but it does show that you are important. The enemy doesn't waste time on things that aren't important. What doesn't serve a purpose isn't closely watched by him. You've thought before about why distractions seem to follow you around so much and why your attention is often taken away, just as things start to become clear. That isn't a mistake. Distraction is not a good habit. It is a weapon that is used with care. It doesn't yell. It talks softly. It doesn't attack straight out. It pulls you slowly away from being still, from listening, and from depth. The enemy doesn't really want to kill you, because that would draw too much attention to themselves. He wants nothing more than silence, space, and only some listening. He only wants you to hear enough to feel better, not enough to change you. He doesn't want you to finish, just start. That's why I'm calling you now to really listen. Right now, I want you to feel how close I am to you. You are not open. You are being watched. You're not by yourself. You feel my presence even as I warn you. I'm not talking about urgency to scare you. I speak quickly to keep you safe. The loving dad raises his voice, not because he's mad, but because his kid is getting close to a road. I can see the whole path, not just the next step, and I know where you would end up if you were quiet. That's why I have to cut you off now. Don't rush, don't do other things at the same time, and don't only listen halfway. What I'm saying now is not noise. It's a direction. As you listen, you might feel tense in your spirit, a feeling that this is more important than you thought. You can tell my voice even when your mind isn't fully awake yet, because your spirit does. I made you to respond to the truth. You were made with an inner awareness that moves when time and eternity meet. Do not worry about that shaking you feel. It is in line. Your soul is telling you that something important is being talked about. Do not try to hide how you feel. Do not say it makes you feel bad and leave. Hold on tight, because clarity comes before comfort a lot of the time. I picked you to hear this not because you are perfect, but because you want to. I value willingness a great deal. A lot of people are busy, loud, and sure of themselves, but not many are willing to stop and really listen. Even though you're tired, hurt, or confused, the fact that you're still here shows me that your heart is open. Feel free to call me if you know who you are. I know about your past. When you were about to give up, I know. The nights you couldn't sleep because of your thoughts. You never spoke out loud, and the questions you asked me seemed to get lost in the silence. That was me back then, and this is me now. This is part of the answer you've been waiting for. Please understand this, my child. The enemy is less afraid of what you're doing than of what you know. You can be bound and busy at the same time. It's possible to look strong and still be tricked. But he has less of an effect on you when you really listen and become aware of what is affecting your thoughts and choices. That's why he tries so hard to keep you busy, emotionally numb, or distracted all the time. A heart that is busy doesn't always notice small dangers. A mind that is in a hurry can miss gentle guidance. I'm telling you to break out of that pattern now, not to punish you, but to help you. Please help our channel. Your happiness and your growth in your devotion to God are at the heart of what we do. To help us out, you can make a donation through Super Thanks. You haven't been able to see clearly yet because of things going on around you. Trust me, that's okay. That's just how walking by faith works. I don't want you to walk around blind, though. I want you to walk carefully. Being quiet around my voice makes me vulnerable, but listening makes me safe. Every word you get right now makes it easier for you to see what's coming next. Not only am I getting you ready for today, but also for the days to come. That's why this moment is important. Because of this, I want you to stay, push the urge to skim aside, and listen until I'm done. You have been chosen not to be hurt, but to serve a purpose, and resistance goes up when purpose is close. That doesn't mean you should be scared of what's coming. It means you should pay close attention to the person who can see everything. I don't want you to fight. Please pay attention. Hearing comes before wisdom. Peace comes after wisdom. And peace will keep you safe where striving could not. You are also safe with me while I talk. You are safe with my truth, watched over by my presence, and covered in my love. As long as you pay attention to my voice, nothing can take you away from me. So, that's why I stress listening fully. What you hear isn't always what it seems to be. Stability comes from fully accepting the truth. I want you to be stable. I want you to be stable, not shook up by every thought or feeling. I need you to be rooted, not reactive. The first step is for you to pay attention right now. Don't forget how powerful one moment of real listening can be. People who stayed when it would have been easier to leave have changed whole lives. Whole futures have changed because someone chose to be aware instead of avoiding things. You're not behind schedule. You didn't miss your chance. You're here now, and that's enough. Now is the time I've chosen to talk to you clearly, and I will keep talking if you keep listening. My child, stay with me. Quiet down the noise. Don't let your fear focus you. Let the need to act quickly do that. I will keep you safe. I can see you. You are being led right now. This moment is not a fluke. It has to be done. You are already stepping into the safety, clarity, and purpose I have planned for you as you listen. Now, my dear child, I want you to fully understand something, not to scare you, but to make you aware. The enemy doesn't start with chaos. He starts out quiet. He doesn't rush you to your death. He leads you slowly into waiting. He doesn't yell lies at you. He thinks sensible things in his head. He doesn't always tempt you with things that look bad. He tries to get you to do something that seems harmless, comfortable, and familiar. That's why he wants you to skip. That's why he wants you to say, "I'll listen later. This is something I already know." Or, "I'm too tired right now." He knows that truth tends to fade in the evening. A lot of the time, discernment falls asleep when you're tired. There are times when I can tell you want to scroll a little longer, just to keep yourself from being still. I know when your mind is cloudy and your body feels heavy. You tell yourself you'll do this again when you have more energy. To be honest though, please listen. One of his most useful tools is being tired. Not because taking a break is wrong, but because being tired makes small concessions seem okay. When you're tired, you're more likely to put off obeying, to ignore your conviction, and to ignore that quiet voice in your spirit that says, "Pay attention." The enemy doesn't have to beat you if he can just wear you down. He also deals with doubt. Not the rude kind that tells me straight out no, but the quiet kind that makes me wonder about timing and importance. There's a doubt that says, "This isn't really important. Is this not true for me? Or I've heard this kind of thing before." These thoughts make sense, even seem smart, but they pull you away from the present moment, where grace is available. Doubt slows down response, and protection gets weaker when response is slow. I'm not accusing you of anything. It's because I can see how often you've been pulled away, not because you were rebelling, but because you were busy with other things. Know this, my child, traps don't usually look dangerous at first. Few people would step into them if they did. They often look like a break, a way to relax, comfort, or a fun activity. They start out as little acts of choice, delays, or silences. If you ignore a warning once, it's easy to ignore it again. A voice that is gently silenced gets quieter over time. A lot of falls don't start with a sudden plunge into darkness. Instead, they start with a slow turn away from light. That's why the bad guy wants you to skip. Not because this moment would destroy him by itself, but because fully listening makes it easier to spot his patterns later. I've seen a lot of people fall, not because they were bad, but because they didn't pay attention to small warnings. It was something they promised to deal with later. Soon, pray. Look again later. Check back later. It turned into a habit over time, and the habit turned into distance. The distance made them confused, and the confusion left them open to harm. That's not what I want for you. That's why I'm speaking to you now with love and clarity. It's not weak that you need this reminder. It was smart of you to accept it. You might not be aware of it yet, but staying where you are is already a spiritual act of resistance. It's hard for you not to numb yourself. You're fighting the urge to put off the truth. It's hard for you to not pay half attention. Every time you choose to be with me, you weaken the power that thrives when you're not here. The enemy doesn't lose ground when you're perfect, but when you pay attention. Also, I want you to know that the enemy is patient and doesn't always act quickly. He looks into timing. He waits for times when you are feeling down, having a lot on your mind, or being physically tired. That's when it makes sense to skip. That's when scrolling seems safe. That's when doubt makes sense. I'm here with you in those times, though, calling you back with truth, not force. People don't have to listen to my voice to hear it. It begs for it. You can say no to an invitation, which is why I'm speaking to you now with love and urgency. Father, I come back to you if you're running back into His grace. Don't feel bad about how often this pull has happened. I already know how kind you are. I know that the world needs your attention all the time, that every quiet place is filled with noise, and that stillness can be painful when the pain hasn't healed yet. I am not let down by you. I will look out for you. I'm drawing back the curtain to let you see what has been quietly affecting you. To be aware is not to condemn. Being aware is freedom. The enemy wants you to skip because it keeps patterns from changing. Skipping lets habits stay in place. When you skip, you can't see how small decisions affect big results in the long run. He doesn't need you to say no to me. He only needs you to put me off. He doesn't need you to lie about the truth. He only needs you to put off getting it. That's why I want you to stay. It's not because I'm scared, but because I choose to be that way. As you listen to this far, you have already moved away from his influence. That should give you hope. You're not behind. That's not a fail. You're getting better, and being present is needed to learn. You don't have to change everything about your life right now. I want you to pay attention. To pay attention. To understand that staying is important. A lot of falls could have been avoided if people had just stayed with the truth for a little longer when it hit them. I agree with you on this. It's not like I'm waiting outside to see if you get it right. I am following you, taking care of you, getting stronger for you quietly. If you know what the enemy is planning, you don't have to be afraid of it. Just by shining, light makes darkness weaker. And now, light is shining in the way you understand. So, my child, stay here. Don't worry about letting this awareness sink in. There is no danger here. You are getting ready. The enemy wants you to skip because he knows what will happen if you do. Clarity, Cooper, judgment, and strength that doesn't come from working hard, but from knowing what you're doing. Stay because you become more rooted every second you pay attention. And a heart that is firmly planted is hard to move. It's good that you're staying. By listening, you make a smart choice. Also, I'm glad you're ready to accept what keeps you safe. Keep going with me. You are moving forward one clear moment at a time. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. I want you to hear this, my beloved child, with peace and clarity, not fear. I don't want to scare you with what I'm about to say. I want to set you free. Your struggle has not been a fluke. Your pain wasn't an accident. The chaos, the repeated cycles, and the times when you wondered why the same battles kept coming back in different forms didn't just happen. People have studied you and kept an eye on you, not because you are weak, but because you are valuable. The enemy doesn't pay attention to nothing. He looks into places where fruit can grow. He looks at places where there is light. He keeps a close eye on places where purpose is taking shape, even before you fully understand it yourself. He knows about your wounds, even the ones you don't talk about. He saw when being turned down changed the way you thought and felt, when disappointment left a quiet mark on your heart. He learned the patterns that form when you're alone and don't feel seen or heard. He watched your habits not to make fun of you, but to find places where defeat could creep in more easily. He saw when you were strong and when you were tired, when you were sure of yourself and when you were doubting everything. Not because he is strong, but because he doesn't give up. I want you to fully understand this. Being hunted doesn't mean you're going to lose. It means you are important. A lot of the attacks you've been hit with were sneaky. They came through thoughts that sounded like yours, feelings that made sense, and normal-looking events. You told yourself that you were just tired, busy, or stressed out. But deep down, someone was trying to wear you down, make you doubt yourself, make you question your worth, and make you think that your struggle made you who you were. The enemy looks at timing. He waits for nights when you are by yourself thinking. He waits for a moment after being let down, when hope is weak. He waits for times when things are going well for you, because that's when pride or laziness can sneak in. This is not meant to scare you. It's said to wake you up. He didn't make your weaknesses, but he has tried to use them against you. I didn't hurt you, but I have seen him try to open up your wounds again. He hoped that your habits would turn into cages, even though they didn't start out as chains. However, hear me now, my child. Observation is not the same as ownership. Though he watched, that doesn't mean he was in charge. He did not succeed just because he set a goal. You're still here. You're still hearing. You still want to know the truth. You can tell from that alone that his efforts are limited and that my protection has been stronger than you think. You should have fallen sometimes, but you didn't. You thought you were strong, lucky, or under a lot of pressure when the pressure was on, when the temptation was strong, or when you were low on motivation and almost gave up. It wasn't luck, though. It wasn't luck. It wasn't just you. You didn't know that my protection was on, but it was. I put up walls where you didn't see any. I put off things that were going to hurt you. I changed paths quietly, without making a sound. I sent you help you didn't know was there, and got rid of influences you had no idea were harmful. There were talks that never happened, chances that never came up, relationships that ended quickly, and plans that didn't work out for no reason. You might have wondered about those times or even been angry about them. But a lot of those breaks were not losses. They were saved. I was keeping you away from things that would have hurt you more than helped them heal, because I knew your heart wasn't ready to handle them yet. The enemy could also see those gaps, but he couldn't get through, because I was already there to protect them. You need to let go of the thought that you were stupid for struggling. Having trouble doesn't mean you'll fail. It means to fight back. It means that growth is going on below the surface. Someone or something about you was chosen because it has weight, depth, and future effects. The enemy saw potential a long time before you did. But listen up, being known does not make him in charge. I am in charge, and I have never taken my hand off of your life. You were safe, even when you felt like you were by yourself. You were heard even when it felt like God wasn't answering your prayers. Your spirit was still being covered, even when your mind was cloudy. I have also been watching, but not to accuse, take advantage of, or wait for you to trip up. I've been watching to protect, lead, and step in. You've always had my full attention. You may now be able to see patterns better. You may remember how certain thoughts always came after certain feelings, or how certain temptations always came after certain wounds. This awareness isn't meant to make you feel too much. It's meant to give you strength. When something is revealed, it can't work in secret anymore. The enemy likes things that are dark and keep happening. Light and truth are what I trust. Now, the truth is slowly and gently making its way to you without any fear. Someone very important to me wants you to know something. I never told you to feel bad about things you didn't understand. I never pulled away because you were having trouble. I didn't move back because you were tired. My protection wasn't based on conditions and wasn't perfect. It was based on my love. I was strong for you when you were weak. I was clear even when you weren't sure. I stayed close to you when you were weak. Because of what you've been through, you're not behind. You are not damaged too badly to be fixed. You are not destined to lose. You have been marked to be saved, to understand, and to be strong in a way that comes from knowing rather than trying. What used to stump you will soon teach you something. Your past hurts will no longer have power over you. Things that used to scare you won't scare you anymore, because you can see them. Don't be afraid to let this truth sink in. You were seen, yes. You were looked at, yes. You were, in fact, the target. You were also kept safe, guided, and protected. The enemy saw your wounds, but I saw your heart. He looked at your habits, but I made plans for your future. That's where he looked for weakness, but I gave him grace. Grace has always been better. It's because I held you that you're still standing. I've been calling you, so you are still listening. You're still here because the story isn't over. My child, raise your head. You are not a victim of forces you can't see. I am taking care of you like a child. You will walk with more trust, not fear, now that you can see better. You will know that the one who protects you has always been with you and always will be. My dear child, please close your heart around what I'm about to say. It's soft, honest, and full of love. I want you to look back and understand, not feel bad about what you did. Along your path, there were silent traps that didn't scare you or warn you of danger. They came in quietly, wrapped in feelings and pretending to be coping, survival, or reason. You almost hit them, not because you wanted it to be dark, but because you were trying to stay alive in pain. I saw each step. I saw how close you got. This is the first thing I want you to know. I stepped in and brought you here now. Giving up was one of the first traps. It didn't come out of nowhere. It slowly crept in, by prayers that were not answered, unfulfilled hopes, and a lot of work that didn't seem to make a difference. You told yourself that you were just being honest, just lowering your hopes so that you don't get hurt again. On the other hand, discouragement was telling you not to expect anything from me. There were times when you felt like your strength was leaving you, when getting up felt worse than going to sleep, when you weren't sure if your work was worth it. You were closer than you thought to settling for a life that wasn't as big as the one I planned for you. I saw that happen. I could feel how heavy your heart was, and I quietly made you stronger. You had just enough light to take one more step when you were ready to give up. Isolation was right behind it. At first, it wasn't physical isolation, it was emotional pull away. You began to keep to yourself more, to think that other people won't get it, to think it would have been easier not to talk about your pain. You cracked up when you weren't with other people, but smiled when you were. Being alone told you that being quiet was safer than being open. It told you that other people couldn't handle your burdens, that your wounds made it hard for people to love you. You almost thought it was true. It was almost like you built walls so high that my voice would have been hard to hear. But I stepped in. I sent you comfort when you didn't expect it. I told you over and over that you weren't meant to handle everything by yourself. Compromise was dressed up as flexibility. You told yourself it was okay to bend a bit, to loosen up on some beliefs, and to make peace with things that used to make you feel bad. You only meant to rest, not drift too far. But compromise doesn't always say where it leads. He only wanted one small step, then another. You were closer than you think to making what used to bother you normal, and to turning off the voice inside your head that kept you on track with the truth. I watched your heart fight. I saw the pain you were trying to hide. I also blocked paths that you couldn't see. I made some decisions that seemed like good ones feel empty. It wasn't guilt that made me feel bad. It was to keep me safe. It felt like nothing afterwards. Maybe the most quiet trap of all. You got tired of having strong feelings because they made you hurt deeply. So you learn to take your mind off of things, keep yourself busy, scroll, and fill up every empty space. Numbness promised comfort, but it cost something. It turned down both happiness and pain. It made you less aware of my presence. You were almost okay with a life where nothing hurt much and nothing helped either. I saw you there. I saw how you got through it by hiding parts of yourself. Also, I didn't judge you. I was patient with you until you were ready to feel again. I let your restlessness come up not to punish you, but to wake you up. Thank you, Jesus, and share this video if he has changed your heart and life. You are about to enter your divine future, but remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall, share your heart, and as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit Out Community now, join the family, and see your heavens open. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected, faith-filled community at the link in the description, and pinned comment, a place where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass by you. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided e-books and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step.